ladies and gentlemen, we're back in Crossbell, and I haven't the foggiest of what we were really up to. I remember that I was talking to basically everybody in town, because everyone had new events, and I remember we had a whole bunch of help requests to take care of, and this is the urgent one, so you want to save this one for last. We also have the Old Road Property Monster Examination. We took the Enigma Combat Test. I think, yeah, that one's complete. So, I guess I'll continue just talking to everybody. Have to go to the Tangrim Gate. I need to do a Highway Monster Extermination. And we need to talk to Morgus at the bakery. I recall that we wrapped up our talking with people in downtown with the Saber Vipers. But other than that, kind of spotty. I was sorting out quartz. I mean, I did do that, but wasn't it that I just was going to be able to get a lot more stuff later on? I don't remember. Let's go to West Street where the bakery is. And there's that one treasure chest that's always going to mock me. We got Zeit over here, still schlepping. Let's see what's going on in the Belheim apartments. Nothing here. There's a little... There used to be a little lady in that room. Koken! Talking about the kids from attending Sunday school. Unfortunately, Ryu can't take his studies seriously because he is hanging out with Zeit. Talking with Auntie Late. If it isn't Lloyd and his friends, you've been working your butts off lately. Didn't you get featured in the Crossbell Times? So proud of you. Yeah, and this time it wasn't scathing. They gave us a 6 out of 10, 2 thumbs up. Randy's going to recount his heroic exploits to the milady. It's certainly a lot of work. And Tio is out there pumping the SSS. Speaking of Tio, hello Tio, Matthew, James. Focus on AoE arts, Crimson Ray is Sparkdyne. Naturally end up on some of my characters, and those are really the only single targets you need. Crimson Ray and Sparkdyne are single targets? Hold on a minute, everyone. Don't you have the slightest bit of shame? Haven't you all been acting way too friendly with my aunt? Oh, don't be stingy. She's Cecile's mother, isn't she? Yeah, man. She treats us like family and feeds us. Why are you killing the vibe? Listen to your friends, Lloyd. There's no need to be a stranger. That goes to the rest of you, too. Come by any time you'd like. We'd be more than happy to have you. You betcha. Thank you, ma'am. Roger. They've all made themselves way too comfortable here. This is my auntie. Get your own. Let's see. Punts. That sounds like something you call. That sounds like something you say derogatory of a person. Telling me about West Crossbell Highway, Belguard Gate, border with the Empire. Often find trucks going through there. So, that'd be kind of a hazardous way to be. And this lady is still exiled from her own place. Create a coaster for the anniversary festival every year. Been doing it for 20 years now. She's grateful to keep doing it. And so the more festive the anniversary approaches, carpets need stuffing. He is still remodeling. Kendall talking about construction, ramping up for the festival. Everyone who owns property is trying to show off their affluence. Helium is very popular. Sammy talks about Elia all the time, so even her parents know everything about her. Ah, not even her parents. Is Sammy their daughter? Or maid? What? But she got her tickets for Arc NCL, which is good. Appears to be locked. I could have sworn that I flashed a little bit when I walked into this door. Looked like I took some damage. Uh-oh. The general store. What you got for me? Mama loves to read. Harold as a kid. Yup. Crosswell Times, issue 3. Back alley Dr. Glenn. You know what's funny? Shortly after beginning this game, the YouTube algorithm, for whatever reason, started feeding me shorts about the anime Blackjack. Or at least it's the anime with the doctor, his name is Blackjack. And I'm just watching this, and the guy is not licensed. He charges exorbitantly. Like, is Back Alley Dr. Glenn based on Blackjack? Or is there some other story that the both of them are based on? Gonna bring that urgent request up on my notebook real quick. Sure. The urgent request. So this is a support request. Let's check out our support requests using the terminal. And I'm guessing this one is the urgent one. Unless there's something I'm missing. We need to go to our Morica in order to pick that one up. Exorbitant interest rates. Yes. And a salesman. And a philosopher. What was that Sunday school? Is she getting along with the other kids? Maybe ask the teacher, see how she's holding up. Or the sister, if we're being completely honest. Alright. Let's take a look at our new issue of the Crossbell Times. Apparently, people are saying that we're in there, and it's not the worst thing ever. So let's see. Feature! Anniversary Festival draws near. Next month, Crossbell State will celebrate its 70th anniversary. Excitement for this auspicious day has been steadily mounting. Schedule announcement. Being the 70th anniversary, the state government plans to put extra effort into this year's celebration. City Hall's festive schedule will be revealed today, confirms this. The parade will be a particularly grand spectacle this year, and the requirements on running food stalls will be greatly relaxed, states a public relations official. Many gatherings and celebrations are planned to coincide with the festival. Mayor McDowell is booked to attend many such events. City preparations begin. Preparations are starting in earnest throughout the city, with many shops already decorating for the occasion. This festive decor has anticipation skyrocketing as many cry, "Next month can't come sooner!" The owner of a popular restaurant in Central Square is hard at work preparing souvenirs for the festival. It's a special year after all. The festival is coming up just next month. Has everyone made their plans? Arc NCL's upcoming performance. Also debuting next month, Arc NCL's next performance, titled Golden Sun, Silver Moon, will open on the first day of the anniversary festival. The moment tickets went on sale, fans flooded in from all around. Tickets sold out in the span of an hour. Didn't sell out within 10 seconds. Ain't those Steam Deck controller numbers. Titled Golden Sun, Silver Moon, the play is based on a famous classical tale. How will the world-renowned Arc NCL, with its phenomenal artists, capture and accurately retell this story. We will follow up on the play in the future issue. Looks like I got some pointers. I got news 3. I am speaking to everybody. All the shops were fresh. Yep, I don't think I have... Have I gone through all... I think I did go through all the... I did go through all the shops. Locked path down mines. Mountain path should be available now. 2 chests, 2 standard enemies, 1 rare. Huh. Maybe I should go down that way then. Society! Great results from our new star bracers! A new bracer duo, Estelle and Joshua Bright, both 18, recently took posts at the Crossbell City Guild branch. They have already stolen the citizens' hearts by solving over 50 cases, despite being the youngest bracers at the branch. Even during the Liberal incident last year, they were regarded as exceptional leaders through the ordeal. There's no mistaking it, they possess ace-class skills. Expect more great things to come from these two, said a representative of the branch. Society. Aftermath of the wolf monster incidents. In the aftermath of the monster attacks that have occurred in the outskirts of Crossbell, the city government has decided to compensate the victims. Following the investigations performed by the Guardian Police and a division of the police, we now know the attacks were human-initiated, resulting in chaos and destruction in the affected areas. The city received criticism for how long it took to act and a lack of transparency on where the funds were coming from. But what were the reactions of the affected locals? I'm just happy that things are back to normal and I can return to work, said a miner that was injured. Furthermore, 2 suspects that were accused of using the monsters to blackmail, assault, and damage property, among other things, were released on bail early yesterday morning. Isn't that wonderful? The system just does not work. Society, Celebrity of West Street, police dog Zeit. After saving a boy from an imminent car accident on West Street, Zeit has become highly popular with the local children. He can often be found playing with them. Please pay him a visit if you are a dog lover, and bring treats. Zeit sleeping. International. Imperial family attends award ceremony. The Erebonian Empire held an award ceremony presided over by His Highness Prince Oliver, my man, in lieu of His Majesty Emperor Eugent. Chancellor Osborne awarded medals to 7 individuals, including soldiers and individual influential figures. Leisure. Come, future divine anglers. A group of fishing enthusiasts have set up a branch of the Fishermen's Guild on East Street. They're always looking for new members to join in at Crossbell's fresh fishing spots. They plan to hold a fishing tournament during the anniversary festival. For those interested, why not come and participate? So the only thing they said about the SSS is that we got a new dog, which is the least scathing thing that anyone could have said about the SSS this entire game. We're getting overshadowed by our own dog, man. Yes, we are. And you know, if they aren't roasting us, then we take those. Reluctantly, but we take those. Let's see. Grimwood. What's Grimwood up to? Maybe getting more appointments. More accidents and legal disputes, it would seem. It's been a while since we talked to Mr. Grimwood. He's heard about the stories about us. But we can't hold a candle to someone like him. Yep, the Ravachi thugs were basically let out immediately. It's common knowledge that the Mafia is ingrained. But we didn't do nothing. Mr. Grimwood realized that they can bleed. we have surpassed Mr. Grimwood's expectations. Bear Papa has given us his approval. Anyway, the city is livening up. Thank you for the information, Burik. Alright, Morge's Bakery, what have you got? Benton and Oscar are equally matched, but this showdown will settle things once and for all. Katarina's all about that signature bread. She's been coming back so often that she's a regular, a known regular. You guys did the urge to make Morge's French just because he's wearing that hat. You guys did a great job the other day. Heard about it from a customer. It really put you in the public eye. You got a police dog to boot. Well, by police dog, I guess he means Zeit. Anyway, we came regarding this support request. Something about ultimate red? Right. As I run the request, Bennett has been a bit overly conscious of Oscar lately. She doesn't want to be outdone as a baker, no matter what. She did strike me as the kind of little lady who hates to lose. Rivalry towards Oscar is almost legendary. That's not necessarily a bad thing. She does have to drive to improve, after all. So I thought I'd let her test her mettle once in a while. I see. And you'd like for us to collect the ingredients for them? Aye. You're damn good at baking, but hunting monsters ain't their forte. Will you help us out? It's a deal then. Here are the details. Come on, Oscar! Come on, Bennett! Oh, Lloyd, so you're gonna help us get those ingredients? Yeah, not much going on at the moment, and I'm kind of curious about this ultimate bread business. Traveling all over and collecting ingredients is certainly within our capabilities. That's great to hear. Got some ideas for new breads I want to try out too. Some of the ingredients are hard to get a hold of, so we're having a bit of trouble. The day has finally come. Oscar, let's find out once and for all who's the better baker. You sure are fired up. Let's both do our best. Oscar seriously hasn't noticed that Bennett sees him as a rival, huh? Indeed, though. It stands to reason that a friend of Lloyd would be as dense as him. Lloyd out here catching strays! Did you say something? No, nothing at all. I'm surprised she even had that response to it. I thought they were just full-on clowning Lloyd mode. The moment I realized, stern tone aside, Arios himself is the nicest bracer out of the ones initially stationed in Crossbell Station. He might kill Steel, but at least he doesn't intentionally belittle us. And his daughter likes us. That's the important part. They could have mentioned we have a Tio. I see. Tio has been supplanted as our mascot by Zeit. Tell us about these ingredients. This is what I need. Beast flesh, times 5. Clear gelatin, times 3. Kasagi, times 3. Nope, that was 3 factorial. He needs 6 of them. I like you to get me. Fish fillet, times 3. Monster egg, times 5. Azelfish, times 3. Understood. Please give me a minute to write that down. It'll be tough to gather all that. It's enough for 2 people, after all. To ensure fair competition, they both need the highest quality ingredients possible. I know it's quite a handful, but please help us with this. This is quite a heavy responsibility. Sorry to have you go through all this trouble for us, Lloyd. Don't worry about it. We accepted a job, so we'll do our best. Yeah, thanks. I'll leave it to you. It's the ultimate bread showdown. Both Oscar and Bennett are counting on me. Oscar is working hard. And being rival-less as usual. Special bacon roll? That sounds divine. Hello, Solaris. You missed me going come on Bennett and come on Oscar. You can go back into the VOD. Didn't happen that long ago. Anyway, I think we have done everything in the central square by now. We have done everything in East Street. We've done everything in West Street. Let's see about the administrative district. Actually, now that I think about it, do I have all the ingredients? I ran into a bunch of enemies. So let's see. Beast flesh, gelatin, casagine, fish fillet, monster egg, azelfish. The azelfish, I think I might have to catch a few more of those. Unless that's just pure ingredients. Yeah. Got some lip balm in my eye earlier. Let's see, so... the beast flesh I got. Clear gelatin and casagine. Let's see. Fish fillet. And casagine. What's casagine again? It sounds like a type of fish. It does. They have azelfish. No, I don't have any fish at all. Let's see. Fish fillet, monster egg, azelfish. What was the second one? Clear gelatin. So I have enough of that. I just don't have any casagine, and I do not have any azelfish. Which is odd. I thought I caught at least one of those. Yeah, neither of those. Casagine is fishable fishes. I can't fish it up with my current rod. I guess I'll be finding a new rod along the way. When I go back and forth to Morgus, don't blast his dialogue. Gives me 2 prompts, and that's where missable DP in the quest is. Alright. I'll take my time with Morgus when I'm turning in. Azelfish is in the same boat. Okay, so I have all the other ingredients. The azelfish, not so... The casagine and the azelfish. I'll need to catch a couple of them, boys. Am I looking for a Tark NCL? Yes, I am. Otto is practicing his cheers for Ilium. We're in the library. Rare for me to show off. Am I off work? Nope. We're just looking for wherever we can find work. We're that diligent. Ribbon Who Changed the World. I have already seen that one. I synced it. I read it as a standalone book, not on the shelf. Be able to get red flags from enemies on Ursula Road, and the Black Burgabugs on the West Crossbell Highway, after I get that new rod. The library has quite its own history. An absolute goldmine for historians. Lip Smacker Quarterly. Haven't read this one yet. Typically, we put out our publication in limited print runs quarterly. However, thanks to all our subscribers over the years, we have reached our 10th anniversary. As such, this celebratory special edition you hold in your hands covers a simple yet special dessert. We present to you this homemade egg pudding recipe, a dish people of all ages can enjoy. Please enjoy making it with your family. A recipe follows on the next page. Recipe: mix granulated sugar with a little less than 2 cups of water. Boil to make caramel. Add vanilla beans to milk and heat to a boil. Mix in eggs and granulated sugar to create pudding mixture. Grease pudding mold with butter. Pour caramel, then mixture in order. Then bake. Let it cool, then remove from mold and serve. What intensity and for how long? You just say cook. If you use our Moroccan honey instead of sugar for the pudding mixture, you'll have an even smoother pudding as a result. Enjoy this unique homemade recipe. And there you go. I remember you mentioning that I could get a recipe from reading at the library. You know what I just realized? Now, you know those short videos where it's just a recipe, but for whatever ungodly reason, they open it up with, did you know that if you mix granulated sugar, add vanilla beans, grease pudding molded butter, let it cool, then use our Moroccan honey instead of sugar, you get a pudding mixture that is even smoother as a result? I dislike videos that are just recipe videos. It's either, did you know that? Or, why did nobody tell me? And it's just like, just say the recipe. Don't lead with this did you know brain rot. Unfortunately, they get millions of views. The recipe sounds yummy. Absolutely. All that aside, Train Fanatic Rex. I remember reading this one. Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest. I've read parts 1 and 2, haven't I? Actually, I don't think I've read part 2. Part 2 feels new. Did I read part 2? Or is that new in this chapter? The orange and onion also drop from enemies. It should say in the monster book. No mortgages. Okay, I remember that one. Recipe Vita Quest Interact is intended. Give me Express thick. Okay. All the shops are refreshed. The Mines Mountain Path. Don't remember me reading part 2? Alright. Then I'll start into it, and I'll see if anything sounds familiar. Mark and the Witch of the Deep Forest by Sean Arnhem, part 2. The girl, Anna, guided an exhausted Mark to the house where she lived. It was along a path he had followed many times while he was lost. He could not wonder why he hadn't been able to find the now obvious building. It's usually hidden with magic, answered Mark's question matter-of-factly before serving him some nice hot soup. Mark barely heard her. However, as he restlessly looked around, a crystal ball sitting on a desk showed an image of Mark's village. The shelves were aligned with books written in a language he'd never seen before. A strange liquid bubbled in a cauldron. It was all exactly as Mark's father had described in his stories. Hey, Anna. Do you know my father? The witch girl nodded in response. 10 years ago, your father saved me from a monster attack. I treated him to soup as thanks, and he started going on and on about his son who had just been born. You. Mark felt it was odd that this young girl was around even 10 years ago. He quickly concluded that perhaps witches simply didn't age. Thinking she might understand, since it seemed she knew the story, Mark asked, to prove that his father was not a liar, if she could come with him to the village and stand before me. Anna shook her head and said, I have been feared and shunned for a long time. No, I do not want to be seen by people. Hearing her distant, lonely voice, Mark understood a little better why she lived alone. Mark decided to give up on his idea of bringing her to the village. To Anna's surprise, she had expected he would be more persistent. I won't be able to show Ron he's wrong, but at least I can see myself that my dad's story was true. As Mark said this, a huge grin spread across his face. It was clear to Anna that he was beside himself with happiness, being able to confirm his father's story with his own eyes. Seeing this, she couldn't help but smile herself. Anna gave Mark the directions to return to his village, and he promised to visit again. He started on his way, unintentionally skipping in excitement. When he arrived back at the village, he noticed that many townsfolk were walking about, even though it was still late at night. Mark went pale when he realized they were looking for him. Afraid of being found, he hid in the overgrown grass. Hey, did you find anything? One man shouted. No, not over here, another responded. Mark continued to deliberate over how he would apologize for worrying the villagers when he overheard. Where have Mark and Ron gone? Ron? Mark didn't expect to hear another name. Without thinking, revealed himself. The villagers were startled, then relieved. They scolded him for having gone missing. Once they learned Mark had definitely returned alone, their worried expressions returned. What in the world happened? Mark asked. The adults exchanged glances and answered. It seems Ron also entered the forest alone. Dang it, what was I thinking? The Saint and the White Wolf. This is new. And it's very pertinent to what's going on in the story, too. I find it strange encountering my own name in pieces of medium. It's not the most common name. I have to imagine that mine is like, I don't know. It is a common name, but definitely not one you commonly hear in medium. But hey, I've got Stoppable, I've got Swanson, and there are a couple of other runs out there in fiction that I can't be arsed to remember by now. At least, obviously. I remember seeing a meme where it had those three, and the caption was, remember, Ron equals awesome. And I was absolutely tickled. This story, the Mark and the Witch story, however, that's character assassination. Anyway, we're talking about the girl and the White Wolf. Long, long ago, in an era when mankind was divided by conflict into East and West, there lived a very kind girl in a certain town. The girl ardently treated those wounded in battle or ravaged by disease, gaining the admiration of everyone in town, except for the ruling lord, who cared very little for the girl, or nursed even enemy mercenaries back to health. One day, the Lord summoned a guardian knight. Have that pesky maiden slaughtered! The Lord had had enough. He wanted the girl eliminated. The girl lived alone in a house on a cliff above the sea. Knowing this, the guardian knight headed toward the house to carry out the deed. His plan was to attack her from behind after it had gotten dark. No one would suspect a thing. He hid in the forest near the house and waited. That night, the girl emerged from her house to draw water from the well. As the knight left his hiding spot, he heard a howl. A white wolf had appeared before him. The white wolf stared at the knight with red eyes. It was as if it was there to protect the girl. The knight promptly tried to escape, but his feet slipped. He then tumbled down the cliff. Oof, ouch, ow in my bones. When he came to, he found himself on a simple bed, idly looking around. He saw the girl standing there in the kitchen. Noticing the bandage carefully around his body, he realized that the girl had saved him. "I am relieved you woke up," the girl said, serving the knight a bowl of warm soup. Receiving such kindness from someone he tried to kill caused the knight to feel deeply ashamed. He came clean and told the girl his lord had commanded him to kill her. The girl was a little surprised when she heard that, but soon smiled as though unfazed. Even still, I cannot just look away when a life granted by the goddess is in danger. The knight was moved by these words. For her to be so kind towards someone who might have killed her, she must be a daughter of the goddess. Which means that she's going to accompany Adol on the final tower climb at the end of the game. And he would have gone through with it if not for that white wolf. The thought sent a chill down his spine. He decided the white wolf must be a servant of the goddess, ordered to protect the girl. A few days later, when his body was fully healed, he thanked the girl, and it was now time to go back. He began to consider how he might convince his lord to change his mind. The girl joined him on his way to town to check up upon her other patients. The knight pondered more. He asked the girl's opinion, but she seemed unbothered by the issue, not worrying whether or not others disliked her. No enemies. Absolutely no cares. As they approached the town, they noticed the light around the town shone red like a sunset. But it was still noon. Finding it strange, the girl and knight ventured forth to find out what was happening. What they found sent horrified gasps from their mouths. The town was dyed red not by the setting sun, but by the flames of war. Damn. They're about to have the terminal situation. Krakova's about to go under. Director comes to work outside of hours to organize the book and update her catalog. It serves his bibliophilic desires. Most importantly, it improves the quality of service. Library Director doesn't sound like a flashy title. He's one of the finest men she's ever had the pleasure of working with. Kasala's a real one. Not gonna lie. Abby's excited. Mama's gonna read a book. And then the voice of the goddess called out to her. The path is open for you, little one. It's time for you to return to your friends. Hearing that, the fox began to run as hard as she could. It'd be funny if one time they just had a novelization of the East Games. Clad in silver, Adol ran into the final boss until the final boss's HP ran out. The end. Alright, so this is all the reference material. And I think I read it all previously. Nah, I think there have been a couple of... Man. One of these days, the special support section is going to be the S section. And it's going to be great. Alright, that's about it for the library. Just figured out how to follow your mom's footsteps and try running your own business. A hefty loan to get started. You gotta spend money to make money. She's gonna give it her all, though she might be a little misinformed on how loans work. They're arranging a draft of the budget in a conference room at City Hall. Need to finalize the budget outline ahead of the Diet's budget session next month. Conference only meant for members of financial affairs. But of course, the Diet, they're rich, so they can be anything whenever they want. Otto is still looking forward to it. Oh, Franz! Keep up the good work, everyone. How are things going for you lately, Franz? Been having a hard time finding study. He's gonna be focusing on the here and now for the time being. He hasn't given up his dreams, though. He has a lot on his plate. Hang in there, Lloyd. Hang in there, baby. Festival's in 5 days. Is that when Ren's next tea party is happening? Mayor's office can't get in there. It's the chief. They're already at each other's throats over the next year's budget. The Diets should be working together, not bickering or squabbling. You have no reason to go inside that door. I guess we'll never know. Dang it, Fred Jones, why do you give up so easy? There's one tower in every Falcon game. Really funny if they found stories referencing a certain baby dragon. This is true. The most random-ass door in the entire Sky 3. Closest thing I'll get to that is one of the main characters reading a book about Adol in a cutscene in Tokyo's Xanadu. I see. Oh, Lord, I'm about to wobble. I'm back! First Division got their own operations room yesterday, down in the basement. Really? It's an incredible setup. 3 different operators. Kind of irks her, to be honest. She can't be shown up. As far as the CPD is concerned, this is the First Division's world, and we're just living in it. Yep. Ellie and Tio helped out Rebecca earlier. Right, because we started out the day doing odd jobs. Oh, 500 Miria and U material. Not me material, you material. He said that there are people in the hospital that also have events. And I have to imagine maybe the bank. Two important establishments of civilized society. There's gonna be all sorts of events during the anniversary festival. The officers have our work cut out for us. Been one damn accident after another this week. Holding all-nighter doing an on-site inspection. Sounds like there was a shooting near all those warehouses. I wish the citizenry would behave because it's causing me trouble. The church exists right outside the city on the northern exit. Maybe I should go straight there. There's an uptick in violent crimes. No rest for the law enforcement. You don't have any business upstairs? We'd rather not get chewed out. Reasonable. Alright, let's see what's going on at the north exit. The main's mountain path. Check any bus stop sign to board an orbital bus. This allows you to quickly reach your destination and travel across Crossbell State. This is my first time in the mains road? No, it can't be. But you said, yeah, there was a locked path and now it's open. Your version of Lloyd ended up with both endgame spells, but he doesn't use any of them? That's amusing. What's his role in that case? Rand gets a portrait and actually exists, unlike most members of the CPD. More beast flesh! So you said there's a locked path along the mine's, mining road, place, thing. Oh, lordy. I got snucked. Call for sight! It's doggo time! Oh, Joe. He casted a screen-wide defense down. Not bad at all, Zeit. Is Zeit the new Sieg? I'm stacking the right course on Lloyd. I could probably end up with some good wind and fire arts that I would never use. You and AQ are pushing me towards what again? Oh, the path, right? The extra path on the mains Road.
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ
行きます。そこです。
よしそう
今だみんな行こうよ。さあ先を急ぎましょう。はい。
任せて
さてと。
Zeit was the animal buddy you were alluding to back in Sky. One of them. You asked if I'd be doing the voice for him. I was using the Bork voice that I used for the dog in Tyrion Cuthbert. Seems like the Seek voice is still going to be for birds. Unless you would like me to rescind that. Maybe Zeit peered past the veil, looked into the previous streams, and decided to change his voice to better appeal to people. I found a mean person and didn't work, baby. Lloyd wants physical offense quartz, so all the fire in him makes sense. As to the wind, I can figure out why he'd want wind quartz. I can figure out? Really? Anyways, let's keep on moving. Pretty. Stop missing! Don't make me call you Miss, Tio. Was it the mines path that had this secret path? There's a pattern to the wind quartz. Oh, right. You all said that Lloyd has incredible evasion, right? So he would want to have evade 3. Move 3 is also pretty good. Why does Prankster make you a better cook? Escaping battle. Enemies are more likely to run away on the field and notice me. All elements last for one turn. Oh, interesting. And the Sagittarius gem gives you the best of both worlds, a massive move plus 6. Lloyd will be speed. It's in the mine tunnel specifically. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Shinies. Palms! Just a single one. Taiga charging! Well, that's 30 more Sepith in the bag of each kind. We've been at it that long. Probably could have used the bus to get the mines, but then I wouldn't be able to pick up all these shinies along the way. If only I didn't mash past what it was.
Hi.
I'm feeling funky. Had a long day of being out and touching grass. Oh! This is it! I found the path. Gotcha. Thank you for the gentle guidance. We got new enemies.
一気に行くぞ。
私のチャンスです皆さん
Am I going to mollywop these dudes? No! They've got health.
俺の番だ。
And they are all distinct enemies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! No. Those aren't... For some reason I thought those were creepy sheep, but they're a little bit too small to be creepy sheep. Instead, they're just regular old palms.
さてと
I see. I needed to use some holy bullets, didn't I? Alright, everybody. Stop moving.
任せてみんな助かりました
よし。俺の番だな。
行きます
Alright, we are going to analyze
分析を
the
開始します
purple guy, the Abyss Worm. An annelid monster that lives underground. Can cause earthquakes when landslides when injured. Not the Earth Shaker! I have bad memories of shaken Earth.
みんな助かりました
任せろ。
さてと分析を開始しま
Analyze
す
the other worm.
よし。
Those worms were different colors, weren't they? I wasn't imagining that.
はい
Did you just take all of Tio's remaining crafties? First of all, how dare you?
みんな助かりました
行くぞ。俺の番だな。
私の番です
Where'd you get the CP from? You were asleep? Don't worry about it. A dastardly fluff. His ability to steal a small amount of crafties. Those bombs are rare enemies, so make sure I scan them. Oh. This worms are one of the enemy types that appear in every game. Mhm.
俺の番だな。やっ。
私そこよかった
I'll need to try again to scan the palms then. Borb!
さあ。
You turn her at the last second. Wow, would you do that?
そう。
みんな助かりました
任せろ。
私の番です分析を開始します
It's a zoo by another name, and that other name is Fall Eagle. Large bird that lives in rocky areas. Dives from above to strike with its sharp claws. Really should learn of how risky the proposition always is to use S-Crafts with Tio when I'm not in a boss. Because she is going to be constantly out of CP if I kept on using S-Crafts anytime else. I have to be sure that I have that scan unlock before I do any other crafty type things. Alright, yo, begging for a crash bomb.
みんな助かりましたさてと
よし。
What do you mean causing a localized earthquake is not subject to missing?
えにくな。
Tio's getting beat up.
助かりました
Ellie, you can move in with the rest of the team so that your holy bullets help you as well.
行きます
よし。
Oh boy, things are getting dicey. Tira Ellie. She needs it. Step up, you say? Oh, it's a seventh upturn. Might as well capitalize. Boom, bang, pop. Good job, Randy. That's a lot of quartz. Oh, no, wait, those are my totals. Actually, that's still a lot of quartz. 70s to 90s? We take those. What are those bars to the left on top of each quartz? Surely I don't have a maximum amount that I can carry. Alright, you know what? I think you all can kind of catch on that I am wobbling a bunch. Had a long day, what can I say? A long day of waiting for my car tire to get patched. Didn't get a flat and it didn't blow up. It was just deflating way too quickly. And it turns out that there was just a little pinprick in there that was slowly letting things out. So yeah, what is this bar on the left? Is the bar, the full length of the bar, is the maximum amount of sympathy you can get in a battle? There's a cap for each type, and it's 9,999 each. I see. Never mind. The theory I just said, all out the window. Alright, we got a few chests over here, and a guardian of the chests. Well, the shoe is gonna get its way. Let's see, so the Fell Eagle and the Abyss Worm, we already have things. Let's get to every damn time. I don't care if I haven't missed in a long time. Missing in a Sky game, I've already been trained to get very uppity about it. I have to say, does this guy have some kind of flight advantage on me? That's why I'm missing so much? But no. That's just a random number generator. Damn! Ellie is just not allowed to take any turns. Still not really have time to use Aura Rain. I've got arts. Well, that man really hit me with an Earth Shaker and then peaced out. Maybe I probably should have summoned Sight in order to make that battle quicker. I obtained a Tira Bomb. I had hoped that Phantom Thief B would be the one to loot me. I guess I'm not beautiful enough. The chests seem to have a very high impression of Phantom Thief B, even though his name literally is Thief and they don't like thievery. I got a bulletproof jacket. Now I'm a real policeman. Help! I'm craning off a cliff. I think my ass brakes were cut. The chest is going over that cliff! Alright. I thought that I had myself nice and rested before the stream. Maybe I overestimated myself. I'm doing a little bit of this, so I'm going to take an excruciatingly early hydration break. Maybe go curl up on the couch a little bit after the long night of getting my car looked at and then going out in the town on one of the busiest streets in the place looking for dinner with family. So, yeah, 1 hour is not terrible time before taking a little couple winks. I really need to start working on my hot man summer. Anyway, I'm going to be right back so that I can give you my full attention and not be constantly blinking one eye the next to the other. So, yo, take care of yourself right now, and we will be back shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, let me get into the actual game window. Thank you very much. I've been around halfway through, since it was a shorter type of stream anyway. Looking at seeing what kind of exercise and habits I can pick up to get a little bit more weekend energy. Something on the ground. More Sepith! Man, probably is too much to ask, but I want to see more time Sepith on the ground. More time Sepith would be lovely. And of all times to not get a group attack. Just barely can't get a full team smack. Let's encourage the group. And the enemies aren't even close enough where I can spark dime them. There's gonna be a faffing stream, no stress about it. Cool. I like a good filler. The emphasis on the good. Yeah, spare a couple of crafties to get one guy down quicker. Although this palm is actually going to be pretty irritating about that. Not to poison! Nice crit, Randy. Speaking of Randy being nice, I remember I have a crash bomb to take advantage of. Ah, Lloyd is also getting beat up. I think it may be a little bit too soon for me to start with a Tiraz. How much does this do? A medium amount of energy. So if I were to give this to Ellie... You know what? That's still a healthy amount. Jenny, I wondered what I was going to be in the tunnel was a time Sepith, but I will be strapped to time. The shiny, I wondered what I got. Oh, it was time Sepith? Well then, I guess yippee. My wish was fulfilled, and I didn't even realize it. Ferris Bueller had it right. You gotta stop and look around once in a while. You might miss it. Let's see, we got more crafties set up. Nice. There we go. Now I can get back to full-scale bullying. Of course, Earthshaker still doesn't miss. Yep. So you're telling me that I missed on my turn, he missed on his turn, and we still got the usual back and forth slap fights. Seems like the enemies here are, a little bit more solid. Which is good. Gotta remember to scan the shiny. What is this? So this path was blocked off to me, and I'll go back into it, only to get blocked off yet again.
死ね最増幅来て
Yeah, no, I probably could be better using these turns, except the crash bomb still crits. Thank you, Sight.
行きなさ私へい
俺の番ださ
行きますへいなんとかなったわね
Yep, we're at level 20 now. Ah, we got some earthworms. Alright, so we got... Yeah, it looks like we won't be able to get past here for the time being. Which is unfortunate, but we'll keep it moving. Now I'm wondering... The mine's mine. Mine's mountain path. Tunnel. Mine's mountain path. Oh no! The Shining Palm actually counts as an encounter. Is it worth Is it worth grind? Oh, so where did I encounter that Shining Palm again? It was outside of the tunnel, wasn't it? On the other side, right? It was like one of the first ones that I found, if I recall. One of the first encounters. You guys do it later? Alright.
俺の番だな
今だみんな
Fair enough.
さあ先を急ぎましょう
Or maybe. So that was all I needed to do, right? Just look at that side path, and that was all that we had for the mines mountain path.
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ
はいそこです
I need to get the other 3 shining palms anyway. Might as well do them all at once.
OK ですはい
Wait,
行くぞ
what do you mean by I need to do all 3 of them?
さてと私の番でそこです
Hey, more 7th.
これで一安心です
Uh-oh.
負けられない
私さてそこです
Wait until bus access to make it easier. Do I have bus access?
はい
Wasn't that the tutorial I got as soon as I walked out here?
任せてお返しです
Cross counter!
さて行きな
俺の番だよし
That confusion was tearing me apart, Lisa. Oh, a fisherman. Copan! It's some nice weather for fishing. There a fishing spot right here? There is!
ここなら釣れ
Is
そう
there anything new I can get here? Chat analysis. I'll be doing a lot of bus rides to roll their spawns. I see. Okay, I get you. So I'll be using bus rides to do things. Alright. If I were to just go in and out, like this, does that re-roll the palm spawn? Or nah? It's a little bit more sophisticated than that. Oh lordy.
とっとと終わらせるぞ
私の
I need a
番
new
です
fishing rod. You have all novice rod fish, don't bother until I get a new... Okay,
そこです
that's a nice feeling.
任せ行くぞエディアよしもう大丈夫だ
Alright, I'll have to worry about the shining palms later. For right now. I need to refresh the oil area, so I need to leave the mountain path entirely. Same with the other highways. Well, dang gum. In that case, I've done everything else that I need to do in here. And I can return to my, my support requests.
畳みかけるぞよしやっ
今だみんな行こうよ。さあ先を急ぎましょう。
Ah. We reached that point where we're getting strong enough that weaker enemies are running. I ain't gonna let you. You're gonna take your nap. Physically enter an area with a name banner, so it won't count unless I either say church or Crossbell City. I see. Oh. I see. Where's that church again? If that's another location I want to go to. I have to be up for the mountain path, at least before I get a new fishing rod. Nice. Dung rabbit!
私のそこです。
任せてくれ
私のそこ。
Okay, right for red flies.
一気にボコるぞ
私のそこです。
よし
Great wrong area.
任せてそこ。
Alright. We're heading on out. Oh, Crossbell Cathedral. Yay! We're going to Crossbell Cathedral! Sunday school is currently in session in the cathedral's classroom. Also my shoulder to keep everyone suspicious of interfering. You're at the police, correct? Feel free to enter. We're a God-fearing sort. I love Adios. Or was it Barsabedo? Sister Juju is a capable cook, so she makes all the meals for Sunday school. More picky eaters. But their senses of taste are coming in. And when they love what they eat, it's a sight to behold. You love taking care of the young. The fresh minds coming into the world, ready to contribute and do the will of the goddess to make the world a better place. Fill their bellies and their minds with good thoughts. Hospital Palm is farmable simply because the hospital, which displays a name banner, oh, it's right there. I gotcha. I understand now. It is in close proximity. Never a dull moment with those kids running around. Kids used to bug it to no end. But his prayers paid off and his business began to boom, so he's more open-minded. Becoming a devout member of the faith is getting him more business, indirectly. Teaching Sunday school is one of the practices founded by Assumption Church for the purpose of educating our youth. Sister Marble is carrying the practice of teaching Sunday school to this day. Now the genus says the mayor of Crossbell stops by occasionally. What's up, Archbishop? Only a few words here and there, you have heard people speak of the SSS's efforts. Pay no mind to those who ridicule you as mere bracer copycats. For the goddess of the sky shall always look down fondly on those who act for the sake of righteousness and justice. I like your words, Archbishop. Definitely not trailing from zero when it comes to the Archbishop's opinion. Do I understand the concept of love? Understand. I think I have that on Steam. That could be a nice... How long is Jet Radio? Jet Set Radio, Jet Grind Radio? Could serve as a mid-length game or a short-length game, depending on how it goes. The fact that we can still understand the concept of love just goes how important being unique is when it comes to making an impact. The two gangs operating out of the downtown district are Saber Vipers and Testaments. Those hooligans in particular look like they belong to some religious cult. Truly a regrettable thing. They might see the errors of their ways. Or they might see the errors of their Waze. They might even see the errors of their Vald. But I don't think that's happening. Being bad is just so lucrative. Do I own the game? Got delisted at some point? Let me see. Jet. Yep. I was able to snap it up before it got delisted. So, unfortunate that I have to check for that, and, stop killing games. Sega Classics delisting December 6th. As a news to share, okay, let me see. As of December 6th, 2024, we'll be saying farewell to new purchases of Sega Mega Drive and Sega Classics. Those who raised bundle and selected individual games will be delisted. I already opened the game. I already own the game. I can already download them whenever I want. Well, that's unfortunate. So, how's that Stop Killing Games movement going? I'm rooting for them. No exorbitant price for a key for me, and if the price were exorbitant, I wouldn't get one anyway. I just dig up my Dreamcast copy. Do I have my Dreamcast copy? Somewhere around here. Let me take a really quick look where all my Dreamcast games are. I might be able to show it off right here. So my Dreamcast copy is of Jet Grind Radio. Is that... Let me see. Those are the same game, right? It was just called Set sometimes, or Grind. Or was one of them the sequel to the other? I don't recall. Let me go ahead and put this back. So... maybe playing Jet Grind Radio on a stream from actual hardware could be a fun time. Here lies Guy Bannings. I figured when I was able to interact with one of these headstones, it would be the guy. They always say that you want to be the guy. Well, he was the guy. Can we get some F's in chat for Guy Bannings? No commentary from the other SSS members? Not programmed to do so, I suppose. Anybody else that we can talk to here? Any more respects that we can pay? California just passed a law stating that people paid for upfront price for a game. It cannot be delisted for California residents. That's progress. Hell yeah. Golden State. You know, the anniversary festival is coming up this month. Time really does fly. Don't I know it? Maybe it just feels that way because you spend all your time in a secluded place like this. The last one felt like it was just yesterday. Old man Quint. O sweet lambs born beneath the bell, may you sleep peacefully here forevermore. Let the golden light shine betwixt the pure clouds. Lead thy souls above to the great blue sky, that they may return once more to the goddess's loving embrace. Amen. Who do we have here? Musha. Skirmish between Arabonia and Calvar 30 years ago robbed me of my husband 30 years ago. Life goes on, even after the thrill of living is gone. There should be 3 interactable graves. They used to fight day in and day out, but it's quite lonesome to be left behind like this. Indeed. There should be 3? Well, I guess the second one was the prayer one. But I am not seeing any more interactions, and I am rubbing my face on everything. I'm going at them from the frontal angle. Yeah, the same frontal angle that allowed me to see Kylo. Yeah, it looks like I can look at it from any angle, and I am getting no more exclamation marks. Except for this one over here. No. Looks like it was just Guy, the prayer, and talking to Musha over here. Which is fine. Alright then. Let's head on out and back to the city for more requests. So it was right at the bus stop where I found my Shining Palm. I'm gonna do one more sweep of this area. Just on the off chance I happen to win the Shining Palm lottery. It looks like... obviously not. Nah. Not gonna waste any more time on that. We've got supports. Yeah, support requests to file through. Maybe offline. Like all the offline grinding I said I'd be doing. Was about to be making some more interactable graves, if I know what you mean. Ironically enough, Lloyd takes no prisoners. Grave on the right hill from the guy's left grave will be notable too. To see. Anyhow, we're back in the residential district. So what can we find over here? Marie goes nyan nyan nyan. You know, like nya. Bond's company performance has been spectacular. An Arabonia branch manager. Might want to talk to his wife before taking over. Oh. How did I miss you? Marie is the most spoiled kitty to ever live. She gets lonely if I don't pet her. Any cat owners in the chat can corroborate. Cats can get needy for attention sometimes. Old man rage. A splendid day today, isn't it? Campbell just took off an unbelievably luxurious vehicle, and it will be off to a diet meeting. Budget meetings draw near. No reason to visit this mansion. What a mansion! Icon sales tickets are famous for insane prices and scarcity. When did this game release again? Like fine goddamn wine. Trip prepared exclusive seats for the most distinguished visitors. Reminded me of that one artist who stopped reserving tickets in the front row for bored celebrities. It only wanted real fans in the front row. Or just bored rich people. Just going to a concert because it's a rich thing that rich people do. Richly. Ooh. There's a whole shindig going down here. You have something to attend to tomorrow. Tomorrow's a church day, right? Do you attend Mass every week? Don't you, Sophia? That's pretty amazing. I'm not sure I'd call it amazing. Cindy likes to help with the dishes. Crail, main dish of today's class is going to be salmon stew. Wonderful to cook alongside your friends. So, it's not a shindig, it's a cooking class. Today's Mama's cooking class. It's so much fun. 2010. And that has only become that comment about the exorbitant ticket prices and scarcity only gets more true as time goes on. Ugh. Varric may have his moments of frivolity, but he is kind, considerate young man at heart. Cindy can be precocious, but she helps out with the housework. Being surrounded by my grandchildren makes this old gal happy as can be. The best gift my son has ever given me. She just loves her family so much. Varric is handsome, but he's not being invited to parties. He needs to figure that out. He needs to practice how to dance. He can't embarrass himself like a chump in front of the ladies. Ladies. The algorithm's also been giving me Sonic Boom clips. What even was that show? Your cats get very needy for attention. Cats are adorable, but you're not in a situation where you can comfortably take care of one. Yep, same here. I don't really think there's anything for me at the casino. A tourist has been touring casinos to sharpen his skills. Nice. Is there anything new to gather up coins for? Ray Tarosa was talking about how difficult it was to procure a ticket for RCL. Raymond says, I'll do it, and she says, I already have one. That wasn't how it was supposed to go. There were other fish, they say. Her father was well prepared, it would seem. Sup, Cherry Pie? I've been busting my ass off at work. Can only come like 3 times a week now. That's boring. Isn't 3 times a week kind of a lot already? Fixing Randy's gambling addiction will be a leviathan of a task. Jerry's bored. Rick's in good form. I need to play the shots every day. Keep my skills up. And, Drake. Yeah, apparently they're getting a lot of business because of all the tourists coming in for RCL. There's nothing I can explicitly need from here for the time being. Alright. Oh, Sophie kicked everybody's butts and sails. Good job. Couldn't have pulled it off without me. That's like when an old 90s game ends their credits with "and you, the player." Uh-oh, Portia was stupid. She slept through the opening sales for the newest show. It sold out to just one person before her. Well, damn. Don't I know about that? Early in my life, when I was at, it became a Costco Price Club, they had copies of Donkey Kong Country 1 available. Unfortunately, the last copy went to the lady that was ahead of us in line, and I like to consider that a canon event in my life. I don't know what it did to me, but it happened, and you never forget things like that. They're gonna be hard to get. Might have to give up on getting tickets to the show. Parents didn't want to help pay for them. Fiscally responsible in some ways. Tejo wanted some tickets, but he knows his limits. Barker Pym is telling me to go to the casino. Not today. At least not right now. Ooh, Mark and CL. Mark and CL has a performance today at 6 p.m. He got turned away at the door. God dang. Hotel Mulaney Young. Didn't mean. Orbital Network is still an unknown, fascinating concept. So we need to make the most of it while it's still in its infancy. But I swear to God, if you try to move another data center in here, ain't getting much further. These rooms are very large, so cleaning them is quite the task. I can imagine. Look at this big old room. And here I go, scuffing up the carpets with my exploration, trying to find new people to talk to. Talking about online reservations. What's someone from the Epstein Foundation doing here? Ah, Chief Roberts, Tio's boss. He's supervising the installation of the Orbital Network into the hotel. Any business or hotel may take part in testing out the Orbital Network. All they have to do is send in the application. It's easy to set up, though. It depends on the intended usage. Not many people can run the terminals competently, so you've had a little bit of trouble training them. People are apparently breaking these terminals. Well, the hotel is embracing modern technology. Let's see, I believe that I started looking into the administrative district. Yeah, I was in the library, then I wanted to take a little detour. These rooms look like something you build in The Sims. Funny enough, my attention was just brought to the soundtrack of Sims 1, and apparently they focused on being stereotypically classical Americana, and I can believe it. If the Sims 1 soundtrack could be the sitar of America in other countries' films, I'd be all for it. More juice! She needs to boost her earnings whenever she can. Diet members are sticking their noses in all the business. Uh-oh. Rebecca thinks, Friends thinks that Rebecca is beautiful. And yet we don't have a portrait. What a crime. I need some proof in the pudding. Talking about Kingdom Hearts 3 critical mode. Gotta get on that. Talking about the celebration. Alright, I've already talked in here. Yeah, I've already been through the administrative district. That's right. Yeah, I talked to Raymond and all that stuff. Okay, so I've already been Central, West, I think I was also in East. Was I in East? Ah, yeah, she's talking about getting new candy. Administrative I've been, Harbor. I don't think I've been to the Harbor District. Or the IBC. Oh. Bishop had a vacation that he needed to cancel just because it's so busy. Oh. Yep, let's see what our friends at the news are up to. Grace has been busy as heck running around collecting information. Or at least saying you're in the office. Better not be trying to dig up dirt on another celebrity. Ryan's like, oh, it's you guys. What's going on? Hey, you know the article about the wolf attacks in the latest issue? I wrote that one. First time I had an article selected as a front page story. I'm on top of the world. Not bad. Not bad at all. You didn't explicitly write anything terrible about us, so I approve. We always have to go into the back. Trusting Reigns, local news photography, might be a rookie, but he sure knows how to deliver. I'm sure he does, but I think he pales in comparison to a certain other photographer from Liberal. He's about to get hectic. Oh my! The SSST bestie... My SSST besties are here. Been forever since we last met. The news about last month's incident with those monsters left me speechless. Don't you worry, my friends. I know you've been busting your humps. Nice to see you again, Grace. Now that you mention it, someone else wrote that article, huh? Unfortunately, you were away from Crossbell at the time, covering a different story that needed that special Grace pizzazz. Really sad I missed out on the chance to write about you guys again, though. You're my favorite subjects for sure. I think that may have been better for us in the end. Yeah, getting dunked on all the time by your articles can really wear a guy down, you know? Why can't you guys feel the boundless love I have for you? I'm like a mama bird watching her chicks grow up. Surely, it's fate that we meet here. How about you guys give me the inside scoop on your latest investigation? Grace in the middle of her break, everyone. You don't want to disturb her. Good luck with your work, which we will not interrupt or be anywhere in the vicinity of. You're leaving me already? Don't gotta be so cold. Deserved. Local AUA branch. A well-dressed man who is a secretary for the mayor. And Kunha is still absolutely wild over sharp-dressed men. Everybody, all the ladies love a sharp-dressed man. His noodles will send me to heaven. The first one tastes like heaven, the second one will send me there. The first bite, I should say. Bacon-wrapped noodles. Hello, old man. Queen? Fisherman Guild. Try to get him to join their little entourage. He doesn't want to be associated with that kind of group. Especially one that spouts nonsense like the first rule of fishing is to have fun. And what's your first rule of fishing, Mr. Old Man? Oh. That's it for the Harbor District. How about the IBC? Anything going on in the IBIC? Mr. Croy is a busy man. Lots of international questions about security. Only staff members are allowed through there. Rizero anticipated the stock market would be more volatile. More opportunity to take part. Would you buy or sell in a volatile market? Or just hold? Ryan's is that dude from Sky. Glad to see you again, Ryan's. Yeah. Croy is a high value target. You can do just about anything at the IBC. Even take a little bit of education. More people are taking an interest in banking investments. I didn't know you were into investing, Ellie. Whoa, look at Mademoiselle go. I opened it because it made for useful study material. Political movements are often reflected in investment patterns. Sadly, I can't come here as often as I could when I was a student. My job keeps me too busy, so I apologize. You can always come back when it's convenient for you. Is there any other place that I haven't been to? SSS Building, Central Square, West, East, Administrative, Harbor, Entertainment, Residential, Downtown. That's where we started. Well, oh yeah, the back alley. I haven't been to the back alley in some time. Parker Bishi is showing me his new necklace. It's swell, apparently. Ravachi Man came in a very foul mood. Oh. Must have been one of those guys who got bailed out. Usually Ravachi wouldn't bat an eyelash towards last month's incident. Sort of thing they're used to in that line of business. I see. Hey there, Eris. Her shoulders are starting to kill her. And I'm guessing I still won't be able to go in there. No. We already did our business with Imelda. She's gonna go to the IBC. Everything horrible. So, Imelda is very up on her technology and her finances. which is something you can expect for someone who is certainly in lines of business. Let's see, maybe Station Street has something for me. Remember to always invest your money. What are you talking about here? Eventually. Talking about the Transcontinental Railroad. Took years of hard work. A tourist is very proud of her map. Good on you, tourist. Billy is talking about the truck and the transport company. Still gonna handle all the cargo, though. You don't need to catch a train right now. You saved me a whole lot of exploration, Lloyd. I appreciate you. Citizens going back to Remiferium. Remiferius Police Department is apparently much superior to the dinky outfit in Crossbell, according to Ms. Citizen. Giving people financial advice, telling to donate your money here so I can get exorbitantly priced classic games. Yep, we need that Stop Killing Games movement now. Please. I want to be able to play Mega Man Powered Up, man. That's all I want. Just make an online archive. Alright, so we got Station Street, we got Back Alley, we got ABC, Ursula Road, Mines, East Bell Highway. Anything out here? Nope. Alright, let's look into my help requests again. So this one, Tangram Gate Command Room. Where's the Tangram Gate? Tangram Gate. West Crossbell Highway Monster Extermination. Where am I at right now? So I need to go out the other side. Alright. Let's look at this. Let's see. West Crossbell Highway. I can only get out through the... Let me see. How do I get out through the west? Through West Street. Imagine that! West Street is how you leave through the west. Alright, so we've got a request to... Wait. How long has there been a treasure chest up there? 2 battle train! A white Burgabug. West with all the orange and red text. Game scarcity should not be a thing. Yep. Facts. Reviving Bomb. Made you look. Well, actually, 3 games worth of expectations made you look, but I'm still taking credit. Well, that's the realest thing a treasure chest has said. I've never been here before? Wait, what? That's how I miss the treasure chest. You can't miss what you never seen before. Let's see, this shouldn't finish you guys. Nope, it didn't. I can take out one of you. You're really putting the Sepith on Ellie's turn. On Tio's turn, I mean. That's why the text was red, because it wasn't scanned yet. Okay. Guess we can close out this stream by doing a little bit of exploration. Oh! I see the Tangram grade is going east. Cool. I get it now.
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ
チャンスです
Alright, analyze. Black Burger Bug and Black Hunter.
行くぞ行くぜ
Oh, these guys sure are getting mollywopped, aren't they?
行くぞ
That's why all the text was in red, because it was being provided by my quartz instead of analysis. Alright. Obtain DP charge. A note inside the treasure chest reads, I already have 99, so you guys take this one, Estelle. Oh, wow. Estelle left us this one. How about that? Isn't that kind of her? That's like one of the first diegetically left behind items. Which makes you wonder, what was originally in that chest that Estelle pulled out, and she replaced it with that item?
みんなチャンスよ
Let's see. Metal Beetle. Steel Beetle, secrets of oil from joints in its body to move smoothly. So it's like a Robo Beetle.
行くわよ
That's cool.
上出来かしら
The 11 standard chest, 2 monster chests, 10 standard enemies, 1 S-bomb, 1 rare and battle counter, 1 scan from monster chest, and 1 from a side quest. Action 4 quartz? How do I get that one?
よし一気に行くぞ
Unless that's just not for me at this point in the game. Which would be reasonable. Turn around. If I stay still, he will not be able to see me. I can't believe that
チャン
worked.
スです
一気に行くぞ
お願いしますデータ収集終了しました
No, Estelle took it already. The only one in Crossbell, actually. Oh, that's what you're talking about. So that chest originally contained an Action 4 quartz, and Estelle took it. And she replaced it with an average consumable.
始めましょう
Gotta love it. Let's see, these are all fanged wolves. So I can just start womping.
分析を開始します入手しました
行くぜ
Randy, give us a crash bomb. Boom! That is wild that you can start off any encounter that you successfully get the drop on them with a critical crash bomb.
行きますそこです
よしエリア
Thunder God flashbang over here.
こんなもんかね
Oh, there's one of the monster chests. Let's go ahead and save. Let's go ahead and save in a new slot here. You sense powerful monsters. Okay. Let's go ahead and see if we can't get any scans. Oh no!
さて
What kind of sheepies are these? The Sage Creepy Sheep!
分析を開始します入手しました
This red creepy sheep is a martial arts master. Its fine fur is surprisingly tough. I don't need your feet. I've got my own. But all the same, give me your feet!
任せてくれ
Anyways, let's get out of here. No feet for you today. I have transcended beyond the need for feet, but I'll take them anyway. Give me your feet.
私の番です。分析を開始します。入手しました。
よっしゃ
Let's see here.
さてと、行きます。そこです。
よしやっよっしゃ
任せてそこ。行きました。
行くぞやっよっしゃま、こんなもんかね
It's the sage, creepy sheep. Hide your toes! Even with critical, flash bombs don't do much damage. The blind is the primary function. You'd rather them ogle their own feet rather than ours? Wait a minute. We have feet? Ooh, Mirage Sepith. Always love more Sepith.
みんな、チャンスよ。
あいた
さてと、そこです。
任せて
That'd be like an Undertale, when you're fighting against the lesser and greater dog, and they realize that they can pet each other,
はい、
or they can pet themselves. They no longer need to rely on other people in order to get head pats. So wholesome. Ah, shucks.
任せてくれやっ
そこ。
行くぜ
はい、お返しです。さて、
行くぞやっ行くぜ
The respawn is a 1 in 8 chance to spawn with those bitter Tomartians. Tomartians? As in tomato Martians? More time, Sepith! Can you close my lid? I don't want a bird to build a nest inside me or anything. That'd be adorable. It'd be serving a purpose. But I will respect your wishes. Actually, I won't respect your wishes because I'm not programmed to do so.
畳みかけるぞよし畳みかけるぞ
はい、そこです。これで一安心です。そこ。先生可能。
よし
始めましょう。さて、今だわ。みんな、行くわよ。よかった。
よっしゃ
Sometimes you just gotta triple tap in order to get an advantage in combat.
撃破しました。
Yeah. Every time there's a little split in the path, keep thinking there's gonna be a treasure or at least a shiny there.
行くぞ
But nah, sometimes they're just there for the love of the game.
そこです。
行くぞやっ任せろはっおととい来やがれってな
みんな、チャンスよ。
And I'm pretty sure that if I find the rare encounter, I will be able to recognize it immediately. Chance it up!
任せてそこ。なんとかなったわね。
It's here, Bomb. You're from the city? Do you know my pal, Lid? Oi. He comes by all the time to watch the trains. Hey, yo.
よっしゃ
行きます
畳みかけるぞはっよしせやよしもう大丈夫だ
Obtain move 2? Does the phrase unlawful starts and seizure ring any bells for you? Yes. And remember, I will always investigate myself and find that I did nothing wrong. Let me see. Ellie, you kind of need more move. But where am I gonna put it? Right over here. There we go. Now Ellie is much more capable of getting into position for her holy bullets. Remember to always hug your parents when you see them and tell them that they... I haven't checked out chat in quite a while and wonder what you guys are talking about in there. More insulating tape. May I think of the Goonies? That's one way to prank a media-savvy person, like someone who was really big into movies in that time period. Yeah, there's a really big resurgence of Goonies fans. Just, you know, the kids today, they discovered the Goonies and they've been watching it and quoting the films all the time. They call themselves Gooners. So by all means, if you see any group of children, just walk up to them and say, "Hey, are you guys all Gooners?" Or better yet, you can ask them, "You guys been gooning?" That's what they refer to it when they watch the films. What have you done, AQ? This is what sleep deprivation does to people? That's why I gave everybody a 10-minute break! To keep us from talking about gooning. The stream is almost over. We've basically entered, at night mode, after dark mode. What do we got here? Oh no, didn't mean to do that. Well, we'll have to figure that out next battle. Is that a Tomartian? Let's see. Black Hunter, Rotten Dandy. Parasitic plant that secretes poison. Self-destructs when it's dying. I know what I need to do with you guys. Ah, they were too close. Black Hunter injects in the single target. Ooh, some free heals. Don't mind if I diddly do. Oh, you certainly used your turn, didn't you? Randy's running out of rail cannons. Wait a minute. I just remembered, in one of the previous streams, I found myself a gladiator headband. CP recovery rate raises in battle. Give me that. Give me that gladiator headband. I need it for activities. What other things do I have here? For sleep, freeze, burn, blind, seal, poison, faint, proxy puppet. Okay. Then again, maybe I should have Tio with the higher CP recovery rate. Use your 10-minute break to eat ice cream. Worthy use of the time. I take back what I said specifically for Solaris. Eating ice cream, always a worthy endeavor. That was just, dust particle. EP charge. Someone should EP charge you with theft. Jet, How do you keep a rhino from charging? Remember, folks, keep the loot on the brain and off main. Hard to do that when you're anticipating someone's dad to appear this chapter. Are you talking about a specific character? Or it's just, you just love dads so much that you can't help yourself whenever you see any dad? Is it Cassius? Are you finally gonna see Daddy Bright? In that case, I can't guarantee my pants are gonna stay on. Hey! We got another chance here. Hey, and they didn't give me the Team Rush. You're an axe peacock! The flashy, bright, flightless bird uses its axe-shaped beak to cleave prey to pieces. Anyways, let's jump him. You're the one in pieces now. It's not Cassius, but he's kind of like him, sorta. You ever heard the riddle? You don't have an answer. Well, Arios is a dad, and he's very similar to Cassius. A similar sense of conviction, maybe. Interesting. You ever heard this riddle, so you don't have an answer? Anyone else want to take a crack at it? How do you keep a rhinoceros from charging? It's someone else's dad. Well, okay then. You gonna live? You're not gonna live. Oh well. We'll have to. Oh wait, those are the Black Hunter guys, huh? Yep. Someone else's dad. Man, dad lovers are eating this game. Stacy's dad is kinda rad after all. More proxy puppet. Meowin? Meowin. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and look up the translation guide for this. Trails Cat Translation Guide. Let's see. Kitty Talk for Dummies. Here we go. Yes, I am a human. Let's see. Meowun. You're welcome. Squishy pink thing. And then Nya-on is goodbye. Oh. So this treasure chest is speaking cat language and just saying, go ahead and help yourself. You're very welcome. Goodbye. What a polite chest. You are welcome, squishy pink thing. Gotta love it. Already scanned the rotten dandy. You hate those captures, you fail them a lot. There's something you're not telling us, AQ? What is the Turing test? Oh, it's not a very specific test? You're pretty sure you're a human being, at least by other people's standards? I mean, you're a cool person. Being a human is not a requirement for being cool. Out of curiosity, are you able to read Chinese? Uh-oh.
行くぞみんな
What are you? A flaming Ginu?
さてと分析を開始します。しました。
任せろ
I saw the final act of the Amazing Digital Circus in theaters yesterday, and it was well worth it for me. I enjoyed it. Oh, a large monster is prowling around. That's one of the monsters for our requests. And it's reset time. And you know what? I'm gonna leave y'all in a cliffhanger. We're going to engage in this guy at the top of the next stream. Start you off with a little bit of action. I know you're Chinese. That was actually a reference to one of the Turing tests that they made a reference to in the Amazing Digital Circus. That's why it reminded me of it. I'm glad that I watched the final episode in theaters with other people. Fortunately, I got a good set of people to watch the film with, and they were able to recognize all the references, and they freaked out with some of the revelations and teases that happened throughout the episode. But yeah, we are going to cut it off here, and we're going to stare down this enemy, and we're going to take it out next time. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to the stream. Glad you had a great time. Thank you for your blessings, all the blorf, and thank you if you are watching this as a VOD, so you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, join the Discord. It's in the description. Let you know when the next stream comes up. Next time, we're going to hand out a nap to this delightful looking fellow. Until then, I'm out.